How's it going, guys? Necromancer Noob. I wanted to talk about the recent season patch notes, the hero adjustments that happened for, I guess you could call it the mid-season 2.0. With this recent update, we got a lot of changes, mainly involving the support, strategist heroes. A lot of them got buffs, a lot of them got more damage output, things along those lines. And a lot of people are pretty happy for the most part, but is this the direction we should be going? I want to talk a deeper dive into what's happening right now and give my 2 cents about the whole situation. So there is one thing that is said quite often, and that is history repeats itself. This is something that has been a problem in prior games, similar to like Overwatch, with the fact of usually strategists or the support heroes being a little bit undermined, underappreciated. Sometimes they get dive. The dive comps are very strong. They get beat out, and then it turns into a whole fiasco like we're dealing with right now in the Marvel Rivals community. And while I agree to a certain point that yes, the strategist should be getting buffs here and there, I do like the fact that for the most part, Marvel Rivals heroes are all strong in their own right, and a lot of them may be broken depending on some person's viewpoints, which I think just makes the game more fun and a lot more viable when it comes to just playing who you want to play and enjoying the game outright. But the main problem arises when it comes to, are we making the strategist too strong to a certain point? Are we making DPS or the duelist heroes a little bit irrelevant to a certain degree where we may not need them in the future for possible metas? And what I mainly mean is when it comes to the dive situation, where dive comps are very strong, they are very good in the early ranks because a lot of them are not coordinated enough to figure out how to properly counter them. Even in higher ranks, the dive meta is still incredibly strong and still viable by all means. So what I really wanted to talk about is what Marvel Rivals is experiencing right now is a skill issue. When it comes to a lot of these players complaining about the dive meta, saying the dive meta is too strong, my tanks or my duelists don't know how to counteract it, they're not peeling off well enough, they're not doing this. But it's not people taking a deeper dive and asking themselves, was I in a bad position to begin with? Should I have been at a different spot? Are there things I should have done differently as well? And a lot of people honestly love putting the blame on someone else when it comes to it at the end of the day. I hate to say it, but this is something where over time it will kind of correct itself. This is still a fairly new game, a fairly early game. A lot of these people are coming from games that have never played something similar to this, a team-based, objective-based game. And it does show, which leads to a lot of players experiencing difficulties with their teammates, feeling like they're carrying the whole weight. Sometimes there are a lot of situations where a single character or single hero can carry the whole team outright, or a duo, a trio, something along those lines. But at this point, with a lot of these buffs when it comes to increasing the damage of the strategist, like for example, Cloak and Dagger right now in her specific form, she can do as much damage as an actual duelist hero like Scarlet Witch. She has the equal amount of damage, she has better range than Scarlet Witch, than her damage, and it's leading to a lot of discrepancy. We're getting to a point where we're filling in the skill gap. I can't think of the right word, but we're filling in the skill gap with fluff, if I could put it lightly. And what's happening is it's not going to solve the situation over time. This may be a temporary solution. You may have a few better matches because you are able to survive a little bit better, but it isn't going to solve the problem with bad teammates not understanding how to peel off as a tank or a duelist. It's not solving the issue of even strategists figuring out good positioning and where to be and where not to be. I love this game. I do like the community for the most part, but this is getting to a weird point where, are we in the wrong right now? Are the developers doing the wrong thing? Are they making too many of these characters too strong to sympathize for a lot of these people that are just complaining? Like I said, this is something that will be fixed over time. This has happened time and time again in previous games. This has happened in stuff like Overwatch. Over time, people will learn how to actually play the roles and how to actually do what they're doing. But you have to realize a lot of these people coming into this game have not played a team-based game, have not played a team-based shooter, team-based objective game, all like outright. These are just kind of my 2 cents, so I'd love to hear from you guys. So let me know what you think down below. Leave a comment, subscribe, like it. It's all greatly appreciated. But I just think we're getting to a weird spot. I do like these additions, these updates, these buffs for the most part. But like I said, I think we're just going down a slope where we shouldn't. I think we're doing a few decisions where they could have done differently. And, you know, we just have to wait it out sometimes. That is the best thing to do. Sometimes we're changing things a little too quickly, in my opinion. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think down below. And thanks for watching the video. Bye-bye.